Good morning and welcome to Algebra video number 3. Today, we are going to look at the expansion of algebraic expression, which is very different from the expansion in science. Enjoy watching and hope you learn something from this video. As mentioned earlier, expansion in algebra is slightly different from expansion in science. In science, when you expand an equation, you make it longer or bigger. In algebra, the word expansion is slightly different. It means to remove the brackets. The best way to do expansion or to remove the brackets in algebra is to use the grid method. We shall look at some of the examples. So the first example, we're going to do a very basic example here. So we're going to expand 3 bracket x plus 2. The first thing I reckon you should do is to do a grid, as I mentioned before. So a grid will look like that. So what you do is going to put numbers in there. If there's no numbers, the operation is going to be a plus. So the first number we're going to put is a plus 3. And then on here is x. And the next number is plus 2. And then what you need to do, you need to multiply the grid numbers there. So you're going to multiply instead of adding. So if you have not watched my video, go and learn and watch the video number 2 in my series. So what happened now is that you're going to multiply 3 times x, that will give you 3x. And then you're going to multiply 3 times 2, that will give you plus 6. So technically, when you expand 3 bracket x plus 2, your answer is going to be 3x plus 6. Okay, we shall look at the slightly harder example. Again, the first thing when you get the word expanding, you are going to do a grid. So the grid will look like that. So you can do that way. And the first number should be x. And then the first number on the top should be 4. And then the next number is minus 2x. And what you're going to do, you are going to multiply the number on the grid. So what happened now? 4 multiplied by x, they'll give you 4x. And then x multiplied by negative 2x, there's a 1 there. So negative 2 times 1 is negative 2. X times x will give you x squared. And the answer is going to be 4x minus 2x squared. Okay, we are going to do a more difficult question now. So now we are going to have 2 expansions. So we have 2 expansions. So what I reckon you do is you're going to break that expansion into 2 different parts. Okay, so that is part 1 and that is part 2. And then we are going to combine them and we're going to add them together. So the first grid is going to look like that. We're going to draw the grid. So the number that goes into it will be 2. And that will be x plus 1. Then by now it should be familiar. You're going to multiply them. So 2 multiplied by x will give you 2x. And then 2 multiplied by 1 is plus 2. So what happened that portion of equation 1 is going to be 2x plus 2. That will be that equation when you expand that expression. Now we do the second expression, which is another grid. And then we're going to put 3. And that will be 2x plus 2. Again, we are going to multiply the numbers in the grid. So 3 multiplied by 2x will give you 6x. And then 2 multiplied by 3 is 6. So the expression, on the second expression, the number is going to be 6x plus 6. So that's not the end of the solving or simplifying. You are going to do like term just like my video one. So you look for like term. So 2x and plus 6x are like term. You can add them up. So 2 plus 6, it will give you 8x. and then the numbers can add with numbers. So what we're going to do, 2 plus 6 is going to be 8. Good. So now we're doing the harder example. Now we have a negative numbers now. Okay, for negative numbers, so the same thing. Step 1, break them down into expression 1 and expression 2. Some of you can do it in your head, but I advise you to do a grid. So the first expression will look like that. So we're going to multiply 3 with x minus 2. So when you multiply them, 3 multiplied by x will give you 3x. 3 multiplied by negative 2 is negative 6. So the first expression has the formula 3x minus 6. And then we do at the second one. The second expression, the same thing. We're going to do the number there. This is minus 2 multiplied by x minus 4. Be careful when you multiply them. So minus 2 times give you negative 2x. Negative 2 times negative 4 is plus 8. So what happens? You're going to put the second expression there. Negative 2x plus 8. Okay, is that the answer? No, we have to simplify like term. So we look for the same family. 3x minus 2x. 3x minus 2x will give you an x. And the last one is going to be minus 6 plus 8, or 8 minus 6 will give you plus 2. Okay, good. We'll proceed. Now we're going to do a quadratic expanding. Now we have 2 brackets and we are going to remove 2 brackets. The principle is the same. We are going to do the grid, but instead of 1 by 2, we have 2 by 2 grid. So in this case, there will be 2 by 2 grid. So the first number is going to be x. The next number is going to be plus 2. On this side will be x. That will be plus 3. Now we are going to multiply them. So now we have x multiplied by x will give you x squared. 3 multiplied by x is 3x. 2 multiplied by x is plus 2x. And 2 multiplied by 3 is 6. So we are going to put all the numbers integrate outside here. X squared plus 3x plus 2x plus 6. Is that the answer? No, because there are like terms in there. So 3x plus 2x are like terms. So the final answer has to be x squared plus 5x, because 3 plus 2 give you 5, and then that will be your answer for your first quadratic expansion. Thank you for watching this video and hope you learn how to expand algebraic expression. Keep practicing and you'll be a guru in algebra one day. Yes.